In honor of Hunger Awareness Week, Oxfam Texas State has put together this video for you. Please enjoy.
Food and fulfilling our food needs is a universal concept we as people can grapple with. When deprived of that need, our reactions and feelings of hunger are quite telling.
Obviously, like, my stomach's empty.
You really just, you feel really broken down, you know? You feel like you should be doing better for yourself.
I guess it would be kind of like helpless. I get angry.
Annoying. I'm hungry right now.
Although many of us know the feeling of hunger, when asked to define the terms hunger or food insecurity, things get a little tricky.
Hunger has a dual meaning. I think that you can be hungry for your next meal, or you can be hungry thinking, are you ever going to eat again? And I think that that second definition also ties into this idea of food insecurity.
Food insecurity is not having the means to get your proper nutrition that you need, or just lack of food in general.
Not having access to food. Probably not like eating the standard 3 meals a day.
Hunger and food insecurity are two different concepts, yet they are very interrelated. Hunger is defined as a craving or urgent need for food or a specific nutrient, an uneasy sensation occasioned by the lack of food, a weakened condition brought about by prolonged lack of food. Food insecurity is being unable to consistently access or afford adequate food, so hunger often factors into insecurity. Food insecurity is caused by inequity. The planet produces enough food for nearly 8 billion people, yet there are 7 billion people in the world. So many of us have ideas of certain groups or certain places being most affected.
Children and parents too. I'm sure it's hard, to see your kid go through that.
Low-income families in the West, homeless.
I feel like people of color are most affected by that, especially in low-income neighborhoods.
These answers aren't wrong. Hunger is considered to be the worst in Asia and sub-Saharan Africa. And around 815 million people around the world suffer from chronic hunger. But food insecurity doesn't just affect one certain region, because it's all about access to resources, distribution of wealth, and power. This can happen anywhere. In Texas, a little more than 4 million people are struggling with hunger. In fact, Texas is the second most food insecure state in the nation. Even more, 13.4% of the Hays County population is food insecure. As students, we often experience what is widely known as the old college struggle. We make jokes about begging freshmen for swipes and not being able to afford food. But this is often a real dilemma. So we wanted to know, are students at Texas State food insecure?
Yes. Yeah, I have.
Yes, due to time constraints and due to also budget constraints sometimes.
That's a no for me.
Okay.
Unless I just can't afford it.
For the most part of my college career, I've always had to skip a lot of meal times just to get to class, or just kind of the more important obligations as a student. I have to skip meals because of that.
Studies estimate that 20 to 30% of university students are food insecure. Yet most students that we asked, although admitting they sometimes do not eat for monetary purposes, did not consider themselves food insecure.
No.
I do not.
No, I don't think so. It's you have trouble with your finances sometimes, but one way or another, you're gonna be able to eat that day.
It's difficult to view and have ideas of what food insecurity looks like and then put yourself in that category. Food insecurity can be uncertainty about if your next meal will come, or simply anxiety of where your next meal will come from, or if it will be enough and if you can afford it.
No, not personally. I mean, if I did, I'd help them out.
I sadly do not.
No, because I come from a family that's very giving, so we usually help each other out if we're ever in a state where we just can't afford anything.
Dealing with hunger may feel like a personal burden, or on the flip side, it may seem outside of our personal bubbles. Yet our peers and friends are dealing with hunger and food insecurity, which gives us insight into just how close and real these issues are. It's hard to deny what's happening around you. So while our perceptions of who is affected by hunger aren't necessarily wrong, it could be that this causes us to ignore that those around us are also food insecure. Whether here at Texas State or a third world country, no one should have to go hungry in a world as rich as ours.
Want to know how you can help? Join community organizations dedicated to eliminating poverty, injustice, and food insecurity. Or volunteer with Bobcat Bounty, our very own food pantry here on campus. By eliminating the stigma, spreading awareness, and facing the realities of inequity, you can create a lasting change.
If you enjoyed this video, which we hope you did, follow Oxfam Texas State on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and thank you for watching.